The 49ers had no problems dismissing the Packers earlier this season in a very bad 37-8 win. Well, Kyle Shanahan doesn't want his team to think that it will be that easy in the NFC Championship game. Shanahan said the previous game, quote, holds zero relevance to what's going to happen this Sunday. Shannon, I will start with you here. Do you agree that the previous game, it holds no relevance?
Absolutely, I agree with it. Because Mark can attest to this. Our first Super Bowl run, we had to go beat two teams that had just beaten us early in the season. Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. We had just lost to Kansas City like 3 weeks earlier on a 54-yard Pete Stoyanovich field goal. We had to go back to the scene of the crime. No. See, people say it's hard to beat a team. It's not hard to beat a team twice when you're the better of the team. Simple as that. I believe the 49ers are better. But Kyle Shanahan can't say that. He needs to have them fear that Green Bay can beat them. Not fearful, but just know if we don't play our best game, they got a guy that's pulling the trigger over there that's pretty good. And they're more than capable of beating us if we're not on our best behavior. But for me, Skip, even Jack, the second year, Stink, you remember Miami on that Monday night, beat the brakes off us. Oh, they having us a good old time. They celebrating. I never forget T-Buck and Sam Madison, Sertain. They dancing on the sideline. I'm just sitting back there looking, okay.
Which year was this?
98. We had just lost to the Giants. We were 13-0. Lost to the Giants, 13-1.
You lose at Miami?
At Miami.
Okay.
Guess what, Skip? They had to come see us in Denver. TD had a $1.99 and 3/4. I said, "Whoa, where all that dancing that I saw that Monday night?"
38-3.
Well, that's like a Kawhi Leonard performance, right?
Wow.
Where's that dancing that I saw that Monday night? Everybody was all okay. No, but Skip, at the end of the day, look, I'm a firm believer, Skip, that it's easier to win after you lost the first because the coaches can come in and get your undivided attention and tell you, this is why we lost this game. You see that block right there? Just hold that block a little longer. TD gets to the hole a little quicker. No, but I just believe the 49ers. I don't know how to think, but I believe the 49ers are the better team. I don't think they have the better quarterback, but team, offense, defense, special teams coach, that belongs to the 49ers.
I completely agree. This game has no relevance to the San Francisco 49ers. The only thing you do with that film is if you have an individual matchup and you want to see how you played a guy.
Right.
Like I say, I got this 3 technique, and this 3 technique has a great outside move, and let me see how I set him. If there's something I can change up, that's the only thing that this film has relevance for. But for the Green Bay Packers, it has huge relevance.
Correct.
You go back, you study that, you look at these things, and you say, listen, if we just did this, this, and this, we've got a chance to win. So I'll go back, and you brought up a couple of games. I'll go back up to 1996. We got beat down in Green Bay. We locked everything up. We go 13-3 on the season. We go to Green Bay in December, got beat down 41-6. We had a bunch of guys injured, a bunch of guys didn't play. And let me tell you what, that game right there was the worst thing that could have ever happened to the Green Bay Packers when it came to Super Bowl 32. Because they're talking about how we can't block them, we can't run against them. And I'm like, dude, we started Bill Musgrave and Aaron Craver in the backfield. You guys didn't get us. You guys got the JV us. And you know what was interesting? We're sitting in the locker room, and Sharpton will remember this, man. We're sitting in the locker room, and they decide, the inactives come out, and they decide not to dress one of their defensive linemen, one of their rotational defensive linemen. And we were literally pissed off. Like the lack of respect. We're both cold weather teams. We're playing in San Diego. It's warm outside. And you think that you're so good that you're going to stop this running game without a rotation on the defensive line? Like the lack of respect that you have for us. And TD had 157 yards in 3 quarters because he missed a quarter with a migraine. Like that's the kind of whooping we put on him.
Roll him up.
Yeah, so this film is great for Green Bay. It does nothing for the Niners.
I disagree. You guys played, I only covered. But I've been watching lots of these kind of games happen. And remember, Bill Musgrave did not start at quarterback that night for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers did. And I'm with Kyle. You can't say this publicly, but the damage to Green Bay's psyche already got done. And I agree you can't rest on your laurels. You can't be overconfident going into this game. But the relevance already got instilled in the psyche of the Packers. They know they went in there at pretty full strength. Again, their offensive line, they didn't, you talked about Bulaga.
Right.
But the point is, they go in there on a Sunday night, they got annihilated. They got buzzsawed by the hottest buzzsaw probably in pro football, especially at that place. They are just annihilating everybody who walks in there, and it's over fast. So I believe that Green Bay's confidence will be fragile in the first quarter. If they jump on them the way they did on that Sunday night, 37-8, but if they just jump on them early, I think Green Bay's going to say, we're just not good enough. Deep down, they know they're not as good as that other team.
Right.
You can look at the film, you can say, let's do this, this, and this, and maybe if we do that, we'll have a chance in this game.
Right.
But I don't think they're going in there thinking, if we do these things, we will win this game, because they weren't even close. Aaron Rodgers threw for 104 yards, had a QBR of 9. It's abysmal by his standards. And you look at the total yards, it was 339 to 198. Yards per play, 2.8 for Green Bay to 7.5 for San Francisco. They got run off the field.
Okay, let me tell you, though, you can call it rationalizing it, you can call it whatever you want. But they'll look at that and say, hey, remember, at the beginning of the season, this offense doesn't match what Aaron Rodgers wants. Aaron Rodgers wants, I've spent 11 years being able to diagnose things at the line of scrimmage. Why do I not have that? Like, there was a lack of continuity between play caller, head coach / quarterback.
Sure.
They have figured that. I don't believe they've lost a game since that beatdown.
They have
right?
6 straight.
Right. So the bottom line is you're still figuring things out. You can use that to motivate you. Here's the other thing. Like, I'm with you guys. I think San Francisco's a better football team. I think they've got a better defensive line, although the Packers are very good with the Smith brothers and everything else. But I think they have a better, more complete football team. I think Kyle Shanahan is the best play caller and play designer in football, bar none. So I think all those things are true, and they are. But here's the deal. I know this. Number 10 will throw it to you 3 times. Can you catch it?
Okay.
He will give you an opportunity. He will.
I've been telling you all year.
He'll give you an opportunity 3 times. Can you catch? He did it in Minnesota. They caught one of them.
Yeah.
He'll give you an opportunity.
Kittle's knocked one of them down.
He did.
Right?
He did.
But I tell you what they will do. They're going to run the football. Green Bay better bring 2 chin straps and some extra pads, because Kyle Shanahan is running the football.
Okay. And what did Jimmy G do all year long? He rode a weird roller coaster. He's kind of like a little naive, a little like sort of, I don't know where I am sometimes, but he'll have a bad game like he did against Kirk Cousins. And then if you look at what happened this year, he'll bounce right back with one where he's just
for 350.
It's like he has no memory of all those bad throws against Minnesota, and all of a sudden he lights up Green Bay.
He has been outstanding. I'm just telling you, there's 3 times a game where he's going to give you a chance.
Give you an opportunity.
Right, he'll give you an opportunity. But there is no question. I think the other thing that you have to understand about this offense that we played in and what Kyle has done with this offense is they will run, let's say they run a power play. They'll run it out of different formations, different motions, different window dressing. I mean, they ran when I was calling a game against Carolina where they ran power out of a bunch formation, a condensed bunch formation where Deebo Samuel was a runner, right? And here's the thing that's interesting. Like, you can run it out of eye, you can run it out of near, you can run it out of far, you can run it any way you want. But for 9 guys, it's the exact same play, right? For 2 guys, it's different. The 2 guys have to adjust. For 9 guys, it's exactly the same. It's the same play we run constantly, right? But what happens to the defense? It looks completely different. It looks like something they've never seen before. So for us, from an execution standpoint on the offensive side, we're just running what we run. But for you, there's one play that looks like 9 different plays based on formations and motions, and that's the brilliance of what they do as an offense.
In the end, though, I don't think Green Bay can block that front, because nobody's blocked it all year.
They're relentless.
It's the equivalent. It's the Derrick Henry factor for San Francisco.
Wait a minute. D Ford's a first rounder. Eric Armstrong's a first rounder. Buckner's a first rounder. Nick Bosa's a first-rounder, and their rotational guy was the 3rd overall pick in the first round in Solomon Thomas. He comes in as a rotation. You could put 5 first-rounders up front, and, I mean, they are unrelenting. They're
The
great.
first time they sacked Aaron 5 times, and Green Bay went 1 for 15 on 3rd down. 1 for 15.
They got to be better than that. Whew. They got to be almost 50% on 3rd down in order to, because they got to stay on the field. Because I don't think Green Bay's defense can stop the run. I don't believe they're going to hold up. They're going to run the football. That 3-headed monster, they're coming.
They'll figure out. Hey, they will figure out a way. I promise you that.